Good morning, peoples. It's a pretty clear day this morning, and it's very crisp. It's 17 degrees here in the D, and that's pretty doggone cold. I mean, it could be worse. We could be in a polar vortex of cold temperatures. But it's supposed to be 50 degrees tomorrow of a high. I'll take that over anything. What a conundrum right here. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, before we get started and jumping right into things, we're trying to reach our goal, our very first channel goal of 1,000 subscribers. So, you can help us out by just mashing that subscribe button. It's completely free. You become a subscriber to the Detroit Diz, and you get to know by hitting that notification bell. You get to know when we go live or when we upload a brand new video. So, once again, we're trying to get to our goal of 1,000 subscribers, and you can help us out. We appreciate all of our subscribers, each and every single one of you. We're grateful for all of you, and we appreciate your support for the Detroit Diz channel here. Okay, enough about all of that stuff, you know what I'm saying? And we're trying to look to see if we have any cars in our rear view mirror. I can't see. Okay, none. All right. The sun is glaring down. It makes it hard to see the mirrors sometimes, especially if cars do not have their headlights on. If it is in the morning and the sun is just coming up, it is very important to have your headlights on, because sometimes, because of the glare of the sun, the headlights make your car very visible. Just saying. That's today's driving tip of the day, I guess. Okay, so let me digress here. Today is February the 26th. We only have 2 more days until March. And then next weekend, not this weekend, the following weekend, next weekend, is when we bring our clocks ahead forward, which was great. It's awesome. We're going to be gaining light in the evening. It will be going to get light until about 7:30, but that is bad for the morning drive. Right now, it's 7:30ish. That means that, let's say another week from now, the sun comes up and rises. It really won't come up for an hour later. And that means we may be back into the darkness. And, driving in the morning time, you may not be able to see my good old smiley face. And that's what I'm saying. Yep. Anyways, I have a list right here. I have a list of stories. They're all in one sentence deals, because that's the way it is. I don't have time to read a bunch of paragraph stuff while I'm driving. We play it safe here. So, any old who. Hopefully, what are you going to be doing this weekend? That is the question of the day. What are your weekend plans this last weekend in February? I mean, it's the 28th in a couple of days. Anyways, inside the magic, let's talk about this for a minute. I think this is a very interesting subject. There is a Disney News website named Inside the Magic who uses a lot of clickbait titles. But also my observance of Inside the Magic, when there's not a lot of news. I've noticed that lately a lot of the news stories are not very new. But when it comes down to finding information to talk about, sometimes Inside the Magic goes on a deep Reddit dive. They're on Reddit looking for things to talk about. And so yesterday's conversation, I guess, that he was digging up was about people and stories from cast members specifically who have had to deal with guests who are taking the remains of their loved ones and spreading them inside of the haunted mansion. People, what are you doing? I know that I don't know if there's a way to completely stop it, but what I can say is that there was some grotesque story, whereas somebody sprinkled them and the wind inside of the haunted mansion, blew some of the particles of the person's loved one onto other doom buggy riders. That's like, here you are, you're going along, and all of a sudden, this dust, aka ashes of somebody's loved one, hits you and gets you in the eyeball or something like that. That's really disturbing. I guess that's the easiest way to put it. Some people just do things without caring for others, or even, worrying about the rules, which say you're not supposed to be doing this anywhere on property. Anyhow, there's a big Reddit post or, conversational thread that has been going on for probably years or months or longer than that or whatever about said topic of what people have been doing. And Inside the Magic went there and read it all, shared posts, and that was yesterday's news for Inside the Magic. It wasn't new news, but it was bringing up an old topic that's still happening. So, anyways, that was that. Yeah. A month ago, if you did not know, knowing is half the battle. About a month ago, there was a video of Tiana's Bayou. When you get done, when you go over the plummet, and then you go down and you go around and you come through back through where everybody's, the celebration scene, I will call it, where Princess Tiana is there. Well, when you get to that scene, it looked like something from the backside of the head of the animatronic for Princess Tiana was gone, and you would only see the front face silicone portion, and all the rest of the backside of her head and all the wires were exposed, and her head was like head banging to the side here constantly, and her body was shaking. Very disturbing for you little young kids probably. And so I don't know, they must have fixed it eventually, but people are saying the head is falling off. Oh, it was gone. Her hair was not even there. Because the backside of her head was gone. I don't know if it fell into the river. I don't know. But it was very dramatic. So that's interesting that some of the animatronics, I think that maybe somebody left it off and forgot, or who knows what happened. But how does animatronics, their back lobes of their back of their head just fall off? I don't know. It's very strange. I didn't even read this. Should you be following the advice to get the greatest view of Fantasmic by sitting in the front row? That is a great question, and some advice that All Ears was talking about special tip to get at the Fantasmic show and sit in the front row and get the best seat. Except previously there was a glitch in the show where a bunch of water was it was like sitting in front of the comedian Gallagher with the watermelons, but instead they got tons of water sprayed on them. But even more than just water, which you're going to have that misty water that's going to be spraying all over you all the time, and you're going to be pretty well wet or damp. I don't know about soaked, but you'll be damp probably for sure. Is that there's this sulfuric smell that you will have bestowed upon you from all the fireworks and everything else. Yeah, and then you won't be able to change your clothes unless you have a change of clothes with you for the rest of the night. And Fantasmic is usually during the night, so it's like the end of the day, and then you're wet and damp, and I don't know, and smelling like the show. I don't know. Nothing I would want to get involved in. So I'm just saying. Okay, so Disney's chief PR, not HR, but the PR person, public relations, marketing, president, is leaving in March. I don't know if this is due to something, Josh D'Amaro taking over, and she's just one of the happy recipients of like, hey, I'm jumping ship I'm leaving. Bob Iger was the guy I liked, and Josh D'Amaro, I'm not sure what the future will hold and how we're going to be talking about things in the future. So I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see what exactly happens with the messaging coming from Disney in the future, since Josh D'Amaro is now the president. We knew where Bob Iger fell, and we'll have to wait for and the messaging that Disney was sending as into the media and everything else like that. We'll have to wait until Josh D'Amaro has some type, and I'm sure he'll have maybe one or two PR people working for him. Just saying. Here's great news. Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party is going to be back in 2026. It's a great thing, and you will be able to go. I don't know when the tickets go on sale, but it was just announced that the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party is going to be taking place, and I'm sure everybody is super excited. I mean, I'm not going, but I'm excited for the people who are excited. Is that a conundrum or what? I'm excited for you being excited. We're all excited. Wouldn't it be like to be excited too? Okay, anyways, that's wonderful stuff. Okay, the monorail shut down yesterday, and then it shut down intermittently several times after that. There's no explanation of why, what happened. I do know that the board, the Orlando, or the regional board that's over Disney World now, the area, that not Disney World itself, but the area, the tourist district, as they say. There's a cyber car. That board said that they were going to have the monorail checked more. So I don't know. The monorail, I don't know what color it was, but I'm sure it may be down and in the station for checkups and everything else like that. I hope that nobody has to be stuck on the monorail for a very long time. That always wastes your time, and it could be a scary thing for kids. Anyways, the balloon that was in Disney Springs, the big giant balloon, that was gone for the last 6 months. I think maybe it was being repaired, or who knows why. The article didn't say why, but it's back after a 6-month hiatus. And now you can go get back on the balloon and take it up and get some great sights of Disney Springs and maybe some other things that are in the distance along the horizon. It goes pretty far up there. I don't know how tall exactly, or how many feet, but it does. Okay, and then finally, Disney Plus Disney Plus is adding, finally, ABC local news to its lineup. They already got 8 cities that are broadcasting 8 cities news. It's probably Los Angeles, Atlanta, Orlando, New York City, Chicago. I don't know if Detroit's involved in this or not, but we'll have to wait and see. Anyways, so that was a lot of stuff, and hopefully you watched the last, the video from yesterday. That had a lot of good news stuff. And so I'm bringing you the best of the best stories, the most viral stories on this car ride every single day when we go to work. I try to bring you those stories from the previous day and what I can find out in the morning that's new overnight. So anyways, hope you guys had a real great one. We'll talk to you real soon.